Hey guys, what's going on? This is Market Omega back at it again. It's Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from this week. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, guys. So as far as the trades and the stocks for this week, I mean, we've had some killer plays though. We've had some killer plays. I mean, it kind of seems like it just keeps getting better and better every week, and I'm hoping that this summer will be a lot better than last year because last year was nuts, right? We got all kinds of crazy stocks running. So I'm hoping this summer is replication of last summer if possible, but we'll see, but as far as the spy, I mean, at this point I just think it's futile to talk about the spy. I mean, there's really no point, right? Right now, we took out the all-time highs, and we're kind of like consolidating around this level. So I think that my target is still in place. I just think we go a lot higher. This isn't over. I think we just keep on going slowly but surely. We're gonna have some dips along the way, but eventually my target 460, and yeah. So that's pretty much. I kind of like this consolidation, right? The more we consolidate, the more fuel the more momentum we start to build, and then when we get going, it just keeps ripping. So just keep an eye on the spy. Keep an eye on the spy. This week I didn't really trade much AMC just because I just didn't feel like dealing with the headaches, right? AMC has just been one of those stocks that, right now they're just pulling back, which is great. I'm going to go back and trade AMC if we get back above that $70 area. So if we get back above 70, I'm probably going to take it. Or if we can get it back above $61, then I'll look to get back in. But until then, right here, I don't care much about it. Okay, so as far as the other small caps, we had Geo. So I'm just going to talk about the memorable stocks, right? So Geo was one of the stocks that went nuts this past week. So Geo, it was a gapper, and this thing did this. It did a nice, like a washout type of stuff, did a red to green, and then this thing just left. So I traded Geo a few times and made money on the front side, and then I flipped short because Geo actually, I think it was easy to borrow for a lot of brokers. So that was a short opportunity when he came back to retest those levels. I shorted it a few times. So but also right here, I don't think I traded this, but it formed a nice little double bottom formation right here. See that right there? So a lot of times, what you want to do is just basically wait for like a midday type of setup. So wait for the stock to set up in midday, and then you can attack it. Okay. So this would have been like a perfect trade right there, right? It's a nice little double bottom with a high and low. So this is pretty. It was pretty. And then what other stocks do we have? We had Geo. We had let me see. We had MEDS, right? So MEDS was one of the stock that we had. Now, MEDS, it was manipulated. Okay, so if you go and look at the stock, let me see if I can get a smaller time frame here. If you go look at the stock right here, this is nothing but chop, right? And right here, they just kept trapping. They were trapping the low slammers, and then they turn around and rip it, and then did the same thing. These are manipulated. This isn't organic price action. This is somebody that's controlling this, right? Every time you see a stock do something like this, and then you get like a wick in both directions. So you get like this upside wick and then flush right back down, right? That's manipulation. Pretty much what they're doing is they're just hunting for liquidity, right? When they're ripping it, you have longs to try to get in right there, thinking, okay, yeah, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna go up to 780, and then boom, all the buys, all the chases right there, the manipulators dump on the chases, and then when it flushes, you have people that try to short this $half dollar break. So, okay, yeah, 650, you know, it's consolidating below 650, short it, and then you get this grind up and then rip. So they kind of let it go around this area. So I was able to trade it. It was a lot cleaner around here. So just long dips, sell rips, long dips, sell rips, right? And obviously this is the backside. So I don't think I actually messed with it over here, but it was just mostly the upside move. And that was it was pretty good, man. A lot of times when a stock is doing this upside move, I try to look for patterns on it. You know, look for like nice little, you know, like a W formation, right? Double bottom with a higher low, something like that. So I could have bought this breakout right there, right? And somewhere right here, could have bought this breakout. I don't think I drew that right. Let's see. Let me draw this better. Yeah, so somewhere around here. Now it ripped, wicked back down, and then came back again. So that was good. That was good. Made money on MEDS. And then as far as to yesterday, so yesterday was so annoying. Oh my God, we had all midday runners out of nowhere, right? They just came out and started running, and these stocks, like what would happen is they would rip, right? You get a rip, you get a halt, and then when it reopens, it just rips some more. Like you really don't have time to buy the dips. It's just reopen, rip, and just look at all these stuff, right? No dips, no consolidations, just a bunch of rips. And this thing, I mean, just looking at the share statistics on ORPH, it said the stock had about 20 million shares, right, afloat. 20 million float. Now, a stock that's got 20 million float, you don't expect it to trade like this. You know, this is usually attributed to stocks that have about less than 1 million shares afloat. Now, this is just ridiculous. So I managed to get this a few times on the dip, like when it reopened, and then I actually got stuck in a halt one time. But it opened. Where did I get long? I think I got long somewhere around here, and then it reopened like 2.5 points in my favor. So that was pretty good. I mean, it could have gone either way, but I was just lucky that reopened 2.5 points from my entry. So that was good. Now, if you were buying right here in the 70s, you just got smoked. You got smoked. When this stock reopened right here, I don't think anybody had the opportunity to take advantage of it. I think it just reopened and then straight to a downside halt. So I don't think it would have filled anybody in the 70s. So, but this was just scammy. It was a bunch of scammy action. And then same thing with some of these other stocks. FWP did the same thing. Go back and look at FWP. Look at what was the other stock that did that? I think it's GLTO. Go back and look at that. And there was another stock that did the same thing. It was just a bunch of halted midday crap. All right. And then as far as today, we had a few stocks. NOVN was the number one. So NOVN, I basically got long on a break right there. That was pretty good. I got long right there, made some money on the front side. And actually in pre-market, I got long right there on the break of 15. And then I scaled out all the way up to about that 1550 area, which just so happened to be the top. And, I got about 40 cents average, and then it fell. So when I saw this red to green, I got long, scaled out. And then I flipped short when it, looked like it was, I couldn't hold this 17. I think it was like 17 or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. And I shorted it. And then I covered for like a 40-cent gain. So, got long, shorted the, short the pop. So that was good. And we had GRAY. I didn't trade GRAY today, but this would have been a nice short. I talked to the guys in the room in pre-market, just gave them the game plan. Nice short, right? PCGN, PGEN, same thing, short. I didn't trade AMSD, but nice short. What else? GBS, nice short. Okay, so I traded NOVN, and then in midday, there was UONE, right? So you guys know UONE was one of the stocks from last year. I mean, we had a ridiculous move last summer, right? So if you take a look right here, this thing went from $1.40 to about $54 in the space of less than a week. It was crazy. And I made a lot of money around this time. So right here, you're looking at the same thing, right? Looks like we're coming back up. So I think UONE is going to be in play for the rest of this week. We're going to have multiple opportunities to trade UONE. Okay. So right here, I traded this a few times, but this is definitely backside. So I located some shares, and I'm going to be watching this thing going into power hour in the next 25 minutes. Just see if we get a rip up somewhere around the 22 level, I'm going to be going long, or I'm going to be looking to short it if we take out this $19 level. So this is the stock that I have on my watch list. It's the only stock I have on my watch list going into power hour. Okay. So what else? Gene, I didn't trade Gene. I talked to the guys in the room. Before we trade, before the market opens, we usually have a game plan, right? And our pre-market analysis. And just looking at Gene, looking at the filings and underwriters and all of that, come to the conclusion that this is going to be a bunch of headache. It's scammy action. We're not going to long it. If anything, we're going to be looking to short, right? So look, got this move right here, and then it fell. And if you go on the 1 minute, you can see where they did some scammy action, right? Just know, if you know the players behind these stocks, you can kind of anticipate the price action of the stock, right? So look at this. It kind of acted like, oh yeah, we're gonna go take out this high of day right here, right? Look at this. I'm pretty sure people were buying right here at the $5 level, anticipating this break right here, right? But just look, all the way down. This is a crazy rug pull. And then it just never reclaimed 480s, right? It just all the way down, lower high, lower high, lower high. And that's it. This is probably it. I mean, I'm pretty sure in power hour it might actually fade. Maybe chop around, and then in after hours we just fade. So knowing these guys behind these stands, they're a bunch of scammy underwriters. So that's about it, guys. That's the weekly recap. So just a quick announcement. Going forward, instead of doing a weekly recap, I'm going to be doing a monthly recap. That's right, guys. No longer weekly recaps. I'm just gonna, focus on doing one video a month, and that's the monthly recap. And it'll be a lot longer than the weekly recap. So I just think it'll be better if I just tackle all of the crazy runners we've had during the year and during the month. Tell you guys, show you guys exactly how I traded it, what worked, what didn't, and it can kind of help you guys keep a track record of some of these stocks, right? So, and that's one of the reasons why I do the weekly recap. So you know what stocks ran that week, and then you can go back and look at the chart, and based on my explanations, you can kind of have more. You can have more insight into how to trade these small caps. So that's it. That's the announcement. Once again, guys, we are fast growing. MarketOmegaTrades.com is where it's at, guys. I guarantee it. That is where it's at. I mean, we have literally doubled in less than a month. I mean, considering that we've only been in business, for about 90 days. That's when I started this service with my partner. We have literally doubled in less than a month. So, obviously people see the value in all the stuff that we have to offer. We have multiple video lessons. We have multiple webinars. We actually have a webinar, which is our fourth webinar that's coming up on the 27th of this month. And that's just going to be on data tracking. Okay. So, for what you pay for membership, you get a lot. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Okay, it's a lot of value. So, a lot of other services, in order for you to access their video lessons and webinars, it's like you have to pay extra for that. Sometimes you have to be like an upgraded member to watch those, video lessons and stuff like that. But we don't do that at Market Omega Trades. We just say, hey, come on in, and once you're a member, you have access to our video lessons. You have access to our webinars, recaps, and then you also have access to our partners, right? We've got partners with different services, like BAM SCC, Flash SCC, Scripts to Trade, and a few others. So, come see what we're all about. Link is in the description below, guys, MarketOmegaTrades.com. Feel free to come in. And if you can't come on board right now, just be on the lookout. We usually have sales coming up. So, pretty soon we're going to be having a sale, and you can check us out, guys. Okay, and then follow me on Twitter at Market Omega. I usually post everything from stocks to cryptocurrencies and sports and just life in general. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Market Omega. Click the subscribe button and then turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right, guys, that's it. I'll catch you guys next month for the new monthly recaps. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care.